Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Last time we have studied about the ATP, it means the energy currency. Now we study about the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the very important topic in the biology. Photosynthesis is occur in the plants. So photosynthesis is the synthesis of the glucose from the carbon dioxide and water in the presence of the sunlight and chlorophyll. It means that the plant make their own food in the form of glucose by the carbon dioxide and using the water from the soil and in the presence of the sunlight. Uh, the pigments that produce that accelerates this work is called the chlorophyll with the oxygen as a byproduct. It means that oxygen is produced in this process by the byproduct. Photosynthesis is an anaerobic buildings process and is an the important component of the bioenergetics because in this process energy converted into the another form in the living systems. It is the most important biochemical pathway and nearly all the life depend on it. In this line, we have studied that the biochemical reaction is very important to synthesize the glucose for the plant and for the plant use the mechanism of the photosynthesis to make their own food. It, com- it comprises the many coordinate biochemical reactions that occur in the plant. Some protists and the algae and some bacteria use this process for making their food as it is a simple general equation for photosynthesis is as follows. In this equation we study that carbon dioxide plus H2O, it means water plus light energy in the presence of the chlorophyll. Chlorophyll make the food like glucose. Its formula is C6H12O6 plus oxygen is produced as the byproducts and the water also is produced. Water used in the photosynthesis and the extra water is uh, wasted by the transpiration. The second step of the intake of the water and the carbon dioxide. How can a plant intake the water from the soil and it use the carbon dioxide from the air? Water and carbon dioxide are the raw material of the photosynthesis. Plants have the mechanism for the intake and transport of these raw materials. Water present in the soil is absorbed by the roots and root hairs through the osmosis. Root hair is present on the roots. This water is eventually transported to the leaves through the xylem tissues and xylem vessels. Now we recall a definition of osmosis. Osmosis is the movement of water from the dilute solution to the concentrated solution one through a membrane. It means that the water and the other minerals in the soil is concentrated solution. So the water enter into the roots by the roots here and go upward by the xylems. The air that enters into the leaf through the tiny pores of the stomata reach into the air space present around the mesophyll cell. Stomata is present in the leaf of the plant. This air carries to the carbon dioxide which gets to absorb in the thin layer of water surrounding the mesophyll cell. From here, he ca- from here the carbon dioxide diffuses into the mesophyll cell and the role of stomata in the plant leaves the stomata cover the only 1 to 2% of the leaf surface, but they allow the much air to pass through them. It means the stomata in a very small amount in the surface area of the uh, leaves. So a very small amount of the transpiration is occur through the leaves. So now our topic of the photosynthesis and intake of the carbon dioxide and the intake of the water is completed here.